What's up, everybody? It's AJ with eTrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out the Yakima Ridgeback hang style bike rack on our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So it's going to be a hang style bike rack. That means the bike hangs up here by the frame. So you got 2 points here, cradles that it sits on. It's going to have it strapped in, and then we have an anti-sway cradle here that really takes down the back and forth movement. That's just really important when you load up all 4 bikes because you don't want them swinging into each other. Now, it has a weight capacity of 150 pounds, and it's good for road bikes, alternative frame bikes, and kids bikes. It will work with, but you might need to get a bike adapter bar, and Yakima has one of those too, so it'll clip onto the seat and the handlebar. That way, because on those frames, on those bikes, they are all different. They slope a little bit more, so they'll kind of hang weird on the bike rack. So if you get that bike adapter bar, it gives you a straight bar that goes from here to here, and it'll sit level on the rest of the bike rack. So just want to give you that up front. If you are carrying 4 different style bikes, make sure you're looking at that too to make sure it's all going to work in the end. So back to the bike rack. Talked about the cradles and the strips that hold it in. They're really easy to use. You can push on these tabs, and you can pull it out like that. To put them back in, just push it, and they'll make a noise. You'll hear it ratchet as it gets tighter. Now you know it's nice and secure, not going anywhere. I can shake the whole bike rack there by shaking the bike, and it's not going anywhere, so that's as probably much as it's going to move when it's going on the road. And you see there's not a lot of movement there in the bike, which is good, because again, you don't want them knocking into each other when you load it up. Let's go ahead and get the bike out of the way. So it's really easy to remove those strips, like I said. Then the anti-sway here on the side, and then we can just remove the bike. Set that aside, and I'll come back and replace those strips just to keep it nice and neat. I like to keep it all together. While you're looking at the cradle, you see it is padded in here and has grooves for any of the brake lines or anything that are going to go down there in between the frame and the cradle, just so it doesn't smash it when it's sitting on there. Now, another thing it can do is it can tilt away from the vehicle as long as the bikes aren't loaded. So let's say you put the bike in there to get ready for your trip. You got to throw one more thing in there before you throw the bike. You don't have to take it all back out again. You just come back to the handle right here and tilt it away that easily. You can open the back hatch and either get out or throw something in there that you forgot about when you were loading the bike rack up. Buttons over here. Then you just push it back in and it'll lock back into place, just like that. Pretty easy. Now let's get some measurements. So we're going from the bumper to the furthest out point. It's going to be right here at the bottle opener. It'll be 36.5 inches back from your vehicle. And then let's see how close it is. We'll go from the bumper again, the closest point, which is about right there. It's going to be 7.5 inches from there to there. So plenty of room. This doesn't move a whole lot back and forth, or at all really, so you don't have to worry about it coming close to the back of your Jeep. And then something you can do to fix that is you can actually tilt the arms down so it takes up less space when you're driving around. So that's going to be this lever up top. So you just lift on that, the gray one. The arms tilt down, make sure anti-sway cradles are out of the way. So then it goes back into place, locks into place like that. And now let's do that measurement again. So from the bumper to the end right here, it's going to be about 15 inches. So quite a bit less, but still remember it's back there when you're driving around, you know, backing out of your garage or even pulling your garage or backing out of a tight space. Just keep in mind that you have a bike rack back there. Now, another one we do like to point out, but you really don't need it, is ground clearance. I mean, your hitch is pretty high up on your Jeep, and it sits pretty high up, so it's going to be somewhere like 20.5 inches from the bottom here. So that's plenty. We usually like to warn to watch out for steep hills and driveways, but again, you're not going to have any problems with how high this sits up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hitch and see how it sits in there. Now it sits in the hitch with an anti-rattle device back here. You turn this knob, and that's what tightens it up in there. So I got it nice and tight. You can see I can shake the whole vehicle back and forth. And then to loosen it, you would just turn the knob back. And I'll show you. You'll get a little more movement out of it. It's a really simple system. I like that there's no tools to install it with just this hand knob. Just get that real tight. And with that pin into place there on the side. Really easy. And really easy to install. I like that. So then you also have an adapter on the inside, so it will work with 1 1/4 hitches as well. But right now we have a 2" by 2" hitch with that adapter on there. So it fits in there. Again, no tools. You don't have to put anything on this side. You just have a pin that you pull out on this side, or you push in and then tighten down the anti-rattle device. Well, I think that about does it. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this helped.
Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next, we're at the alternating speed bumps, which we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. And finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.